From Nishanik Station, New Jersey, double diamonds, SHIVRAM and Anjali Kumar.
Thank you very much. You know, I was talking about this earlier at the Platinum meeting, that this is a country that was formed with immigrants. And sometimes we forget why we came to this country. And many of them don't even know. I mean, many people don't even realize why they're here. I don't think a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking about free enterprise. What it really is to be an entrepreneur, you know. Anyway, I'll get into my talk a little later, but I want to congratulate, first of all the new pins. Of course, a lot of new pins. We have a lot of new, 300s and thousands and everything there here. But FED is a special recognition for people that are new diamonds. Sajid and Sarvat Syed, dear friends of ours. It is so great to welcome them to Diamond Club. And you also already saw Benny and Dana Papalado, brand new Founders Diamond. And Valerie and Nadia Solodyankin, right? Excellent. And you heard Matthew Do, the guy for whom they have to create new pins. And tomorrow you'll hear from new double diamond Ganesh Shenoy. I want to congratulate them, for making this FED special and holding up the Brit banner, okay? And I'm going to give the mic to my wonderful wife, my beautiful wife, who is really, it's not a big secret here, but she's the real strength. She is the real strength in my life, in our business, because she makes our home the last place I want to leave and the first place I want to come back to. And it's exciting. I love being at FED, but it's always great to go home. And especially after our trips, after I go show the plan. See, I built this business single. And I built it married. I like this better. Because when I came back home, there was nobody to uplift me, when I got those no's in the earlier days. Not that it bothered me, but it's good, to come back home. Because you are in a battle, man. You are in a war for your freedom. I hope you realize that. This is about your freedom. Anyway, I'll get back to you. My beautiful wife, Anjali Kumar.
It's been an incredible evening. I was just telling Kumar, I said, every speaker has spoken so well already, and it's just, we've rocked the house with the kind of talks that have happened this evening. Want to just thank everyone that has shared and given us so much. Just us personally, just sitting here has been just an incredible, feeling. So we just want to take a moment to thank everybody. I also want to take a moment to let you know a little bit about us. You know a little bit about Kumar's story. He started the business single, and while building his network, we met. He was a computer consultant. I was working in the travel field. And this business has given us so many choices along the way, but you've also heard of certain decisions that we've had to make, and we've had friends along our life in the last so many years that we've been in the business that have seen us grow and stretch. Our upline has always been there for us, but there were a lot of decisions we had to stay consistent with, and a lot of decisions we had to make for our future. It wasn't and that's what maybe some of you are going through right now. I just want you to know that whatever level you are in life, it will be all right. Things will pass and you will succeed because you are special. And that's what we used to feel. Every time we used to come around this team, we used to feel that we deserved more and we deserved a great lifestyle and we deserved all our dreams to come true. Was it all a 1, 2, 3 thing? Recently someone told me, they said, it was easy for you, right? And I was like, yeah, it's a saying, the harder you work, the easier it gets. But besides that, there were a lot of decisions we had to make along the way. We'd gotten married. We had a huge organization that we had to just run with, making our dreams come true. We had big responsibilities. None of us were in a position that we were going to inherit anything from our parents or from our family. So if we had to make it, we had to make it on our own. We had, we have 3 beautiful children, but prior to that, just making those decisions to go home to home and meet those people and drive those miles. Some days when you wanted to, some days when you didn't want to. But, we always kept consistently dreaming about what we were doing and what we were going to have. There was never really a thing about what we were doing right now. It was always about accomplishing a bigger goal that we had for our family, about building international businesses, about building solid teams locally. Along the way, Kumar's parents, his dad had health situations, we could have made excuses, we could have, reset our goals, but no, we had to make sure that we had everything in place because we had to get that done. I remember, when I was pregnant with our second child, I was on bed rest for almost 5 months. That was not fun, but that didn't stop us from going EDC that year, But, little things that you wouldn't even think about when you look at what we have today, because we really have to take an effort to think about all our struggles and look at it as a struggle. For us, it was just part of what we had to go through to make sure that our goals got accomplished. Today was another thing. Not a big decision, but today is our oldest daughter turned 13. And it could be a big thing. We could have, told our upline, who would have very well understood, if we wanted to spend some time or take her out somewhere. But, we had to be here. It's our responsibility. Our family wouldn't have it any other way. This is where we need to be today, But little things that you have to think about and move on. I feel that a lot of times people dwell on what is, and I have to tell you, yesterday I was home with the kids and Kumar was already here at the meeting, and I kept asking my daughter, I was like, what do you want for your birthday? It's what can we do for you? What can we get you? How can we make this special? And she was like, Ma, I don't need anything, just bake a cake with me. Let's bake a cake from scratch. And that's what we did at home, we just got together, all us girls, and we baked a nice brownie chocolate chip cake. It was so yummy with fresh ice cream, but that's what we did and that's what she wanted. Kumar has always told me, he said, anything my kids want, anything you want, I've never had to worry about it, and the kids know about it. And you ask this kid who's turning 13, what do you want? It was not an iPad, it was not an iPhone, it was not any of the other gadgets in the world. She just, didn't feel the urge or the need. When I think about it, I feel we've done something right, And I just know that it's not just, when I talk about our kids, I talk about all our children that have grown up in the business. They have a sense of security, they have a sense that they belong to something bigger than what you even see when you just come into the business. And we just want you to know that, we are nobody special. We have done nothing that you can't do. We've just been in a team, been in an environment, and we've learned how to believe in ourselves more. We've learned how to work harder, set harder goals for ourselves, and believe that anything we set our heart to, we can accomplish. Because, you get what you speak, you get what you visualize, you get what you believe in. This year has been very special. This summer has been very special for us. We did a lot of things with our family, with our parents. It was just wonderful. We had so much family over, and that's what our home was for. Many people build a house and they want this model house. For us personally, that may happen someday where we have everything perfect that stays organized in our home, but right now we wanted a home that people felt they could come to and be comfortable with, and just walk in and say, wow, you've got something special in this. It feels warm and comfortable. But this year we were able to do that. We had a lot of family and friends come over. We enjoyed the summer with them, and then this August we had the opportunity to go to Bill and Peggy's home in Jacksonville with our family. We took our 3 daughters there, and we spent the whole day with them. Actually, we spent a night in their farmhouse and then the next day with them. We went on their yacht. The whole day we were with Bill and Peggy. Our kids we had dinner together. Our daughters were sitting around setting the table. We were cutting salad and making salad together and just sitting together and having a nice meal with them. And it was just so special. It's not something that we had set off as a goal initially in the first 10 top things that we had wanted, but we wanted them to know us, and we wanted our kids to know them as to what great people and what great visionaries they are. And we were able to accomplish that as well. Our kids have such fond memories of that day and of their lives so far, and even bigger and better things to accomplish. But we are here to tell you that whatever you wish for will happen. So be grateful that you have a dream. Be grateful that you've seen this opportunity. Thank the person who's got you in this environment. You haven't seen anything yet, even though you've seen a lot today. You know, you will see Kanti and Lata tomorrow. You'll see Bill and Peggy tomorrow. You'll see Paul and Leslie tomorrow. I mean, you'll see the new diamonds and the double diamonds and everybody being recognized. It's just going to be an awesome, fun-packed weekend, and it's still the best is yet to come. So we want to thank you all for being a blessing in our life. We want to thank everybody that has ever impacted our life, and things keep getting bigger and better for us. And here's my wonderful husband.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of things growing up in India that you don't even think about. You got to fend for yourself. Every morning you get up, you fight for yourself. And when I saw this, when I came to this environment, a lot of things that I wasn't even aware of, that I knew, I became aware of. Like, for example, in India, I didn't grow up thinking there's no welfare system, there is no social security system, you know. Everybody has to fend for themselves. And when we didn't have much growing up, but I don't remember my dad or my mom thinking that, you know, that somebody else should pay for or the government should take care of them. Because that concept doesn't exist, you got to fight, okay? And I just want to let you know that, you know, and I'm not making a political statement here, don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about the worth of the individual. Each one of you is made for greatness, okay? And the way to succeed in life is entrepreneurship, to be in business for yourself. That's why you came to America, either consciously or subconsciously, to be your own person, okay? I didn't have to come all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to go work for someone else for 50 years. I could do that very well in India, okay? That's what we are the only people that celebrate free enterprise, guys, in the whole world. I hope you understand that. Yeah, I hope don't have an entitlement mentality. Okay, when I work for someone else, I got a benefits package. Yes, they gave me health insurance and this and that. But you know what? Because they gave me the benefits package, because they gave me a, you know, place to sit every day, and they own me. Your goal is to be in your own business where you do your own benefits package. And be in a position where it doesn't matter what health insurance costs, you can buy it. When diamonds meet, that's not one of our discussions, and how to buy the cheapest health insurance. I'm not saying that is not a concern, but you got to get above that. Because you're made for greatness. I'm not putting you down, I'm telling you how great you are. And you know what? The thing is, outside of this business, you need all kinds of things to succeed in business. It's a challenge. Here, out of nothing, guys, out of nothing. I started with a kit, a much bulkier kit. It wasn't so slick as it is now. We all did. Huge kit and no cool products. No energy bars. No excess. Detergent and toothpaste, all we had. And double X. And you know, of course, we all do retail. We're excited about the products. But you know what? I got in initially for the people. It's all about people, you know. And nothing was cool about the way we started our business. Manipal came to our house, to my home. I was single and he started me. See, this is a home-to-home, country-to-country business. But you see, I had already been primed. I knew there's one common trait between all these diamonds. That speakers that spoke here, they've gone through frustrations. They've gone through a lot of ups and downs in this business. But one thing I've seen amongst all these diamonds, that none of them got discouraged with rejection. Yes, were they frustrated? Yeah. But a no could not make them quit. Every one of them sitting there. Okay, that is a common trait. We are different. Manipal came into my home and my life changed. That's why we liked it. He sowed a seed. I don't know what other seeds he had sown in so many homes. But Manipal and Renuka sowed a seed in our life that changed my life. Okay? Because he was in my home. I'll talk about that a little bit. But there's another thing called learning how to handle failure. Okay? Unfortunately, we grow up being taught that something is wrong with failure. When somebody says you can't do something, I get doubly fired up. And I'm thinking, and who are you? Who might you be? Do you know more than Bill Britt? This was right from the beginning. I remember when India, in 1971, I was a little kid. India had a war with Pakistan. Indo-Pak war. And At one point, they thought that there was going to be bombs or something. Everybody had to black out their windows and everything, black out, no lights, right? And in our whole apartment building, we all got together in this like a lobby area a little bit, and we were waiting. We didn't know what was going to happen and stuff. And we said, okay, let's entertain ourselves. I was a little boy, and somebody said, why don't we sing? And I started to sing. That's when I discovered that I had more talent than others. A couple of years after that, I took part in a singing competition. Unfortunately, the boy before me picked the same song that I did. And so this is not like heavily formal, no instruments, nothing, just singing, plain vocal stuff. And I changed my song. I shouldn't have, because I would have sung it better than him anyway. But I changed my song, wrong pitch, wrong scale, I lost my voice. That is my first, that is the first thing I can remember in my life about failing and that too in public like that, And I can remember telling my dad, the kids are laughing at me. And he said something very important. He said, which kids? The ones that were watching or the ones that participated? And I remember thinking, you know what? The ones that participated were patting me on the back and said, good try. It's the ones that didn't have the guts to participate. Hello. That taught me something about failure. But you know what? When we experience failure, we kind of go into a shell. I was afraid of getting back and singing again on stage. For years, I did a little bit here and there. But when I went to college, I found a mentor. He was the same age as me, but he knew a little bit about music. He knew how to play the guitar, and he saw my talent, and he told me to get on stage, and I looked up to him. And you know what? The rest was history. I haven't stopped singing. And I like this audience here, I love this business because you can actually sing and have fun. Because you don't have to lie, cheat, or steal, or be in any kind of stress to build this business. That was my first experience. Then the next big thing I remember is when I came to America. Many of you don't know my story. I actually did something unique. I had sent applications to all the colleges and different universities here in the U.S., not all, universities in the U.S., but I could not come here to do my master's until they gave me a full tuition fee waiver and like some sort of a payment, monthly payment, like a research assistantship or TA or something like that. And you know what? Because my dad couldn't afford it. But my sister worked for an airline, so I had a discounted ticket, very discounted ticket. So what I did after I made the applications, I came because there was no Skype, no internet, and I decided to sell myself to the people in the universities. And I made a trip all the way from India here. And all I had was a Greyhound booklet, guys. Now I feel, man, I'd never let my kids do that. I had a Greyhound bus booklet that you can buy in India for $150, unlimited travel for a month. And I started going from university to university. And it was crazy. I started at Albany, and then I went all the way. I was following where I had made these applications. And then I went all the way to Rolla, Missouri, where I had somebody there. I had only applied to places where I could find somebody I knew that I could pile on with, And then from there I went down to Oklahoma. And then I found out that the guy, and I had this grand plan of going to Texas and then to the East Coast, but East Coast was going to have a spring break, so I came all the way to Virginia Tech, back in a bus. I was on a bus for 30 days and I got no after no after no after no after no. So many no's, every university, we don't have the money. Professor Van Landingham, I remember his name, in Virginia Tech, he says, maybe I'll give you a partial scholarship. I came all the way back to Austin, Texas. And then I went back to Philadelphia. I already had a letter in my hand accepting a full scholarship. I didn't realize that I was practicing faith. I wrote a letter because I didn't know if I would have access to a typewriter or a printer if I came here. So I had a letter, but I didn't know it was blank, who it was addressed to. But how many no's I got? And I don't know, I hardly know anybody in the country, man. Even today I got a Greyhound mania thing going on. I can smell a Greyhound a mile away. I was in a Greyhound bus for 40 days. Finally, Philadelphia, Drexel University, they gave me a scholarship because I told them, you know what I look like? I'm going to be a teaching assistant. You know I can speak English, because sometimes you take a chance. The guy comes here, you don't even know. I'm right in front of you. He gave me an I-20 form, which is what you require. I'm a legal immigrant. Went back, got my student visa and came back. I was used to rejection, big deal. I got into this business and I remember saying, I picked a number. 17 people said no, right at the beginning. At least, I can't remember if it was 15 or 19 or 21. But I was trying to recall. People started saying, no, people started saying weird things because I had never heard of Amway now. Never heard of Amway. But everybody I showed to had heard of it. Not only had they heard of it, they were all... Amway? Okay. They'd say no. But you kept saying no to me, it won't work. You hit me, I'll show you. I will show you, like what Charlie said. I like it. I like it. When a broke person says this won't work, I like it. How do you know they're broke? If you get up on Monday morning like a maniac. Now broke doesn't mean poor. Broke means every morning. That's broke. Broke means alarm clock. Snooze button. Why 9 minutes? I don't know why a snooze button won't give you a full 10 minutes. I don't get it. Even the electronic ones, even the iPhone 9, why 9? Give me a full 10. I'm not talking about me putting down jobs. I'm talking about people on Monday morning. Who's happy? Who's happy? How many people say, how are you doing? And they say, wow, I'm so excited the weekend is over and I can serve my boss for another week. Who says that? More, if you ask people how you're doing on Monday morning, you don't even get a verbal reply. You get a body noise. Like, ah. I saw mentors in my business, guys. I saw mentors. Like I said, rejection didn't bother me. It didn't bother the people that came on my team, the people that I won. Ajay Ori had over 150 no's. I sought my upline's approval. I sought the approval of the Brit worldwide leaders. I remember running into Charlie D'Urso at an airport in Ohio. I was a silver, new silver. And I didn't know, I was fired up, but it's great to get an endorsement. Charlie is walking down the other way. He looks at me. We recognize each other. Well, I recognize him. He didn't know who I was. I introduced myself. He said, you're going diamond, buddy. Because we were doing the same thing, sowing seeds. Guys, we went from home to home. And in every country that we go to, we go home to home. That's how you build this business. When I was in New Diamond, I said that this business is the art of inviting people to functions. But I neglected to say where you are when you're inviting people to functions. You are in their homes. You are in the living rooms and dens. That's where the business happens. Anyway, I'm almost out of time here. But I did write a poem for Bill and Peggy. For this weekend, we're going to share it with them. I thought I'll read it out to you and close out for tonight. It says, Dear Bill and Peggy, they're very unique, guys. They're very unique. If you're new, I would recommend that you study them. You brought us the power of a positive attitude. You taught us a life of gratitude. You taught us tough love and you taught us loyalty. You've shown us a lifestyle once reserved only for royalty. You have brought the spoken word into our lives and learned to give back to you by spreading your words. It's now our turn. You taught us to dream, to share and to care. Told us to stand up for what's right even if others don't dare. In good times and hard times, you're a true friend. Someone we can count on from the beginning till the end. Happy 80th birthday, Bill Britt. Very special, guys. Love you.
From the Shannock Station, New Jersey, double diamonds, SHIVRAM and 𝐷𝒨𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒂 KUMAR.
Thank you very much. You know, I was talking about this earlier at the Platinum meeting, that this is a country that was formed with immigrants. And sometimes we forget why we came to this country. And many of them don't even know. I mean, many people don't even realize why they're here. I don't think a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking about free enterprise. What it really is to be an entrepreneur, you know. Anyway, I'll get into my talk a little later, but I want to congratulate, first of all the new pins. Of course, a lot of new pins. We have a lot of new, 300s and thousands and everything there here. But FED is a special recognition for people that are new diamonds. Sajid and Sarvat Syed, dear friends of ours. It is so great to welcome them to Diamond Club. And you also already saw Vinny and Dana Papalado. brand new Founders Diamond. And Valerie and Nadia Solodyankin. Right? Excellent. And you heard Matthew do, the guy for whom they have to create new pins. And tomorrow you'll hear from new double diamond Ganesh Shenoy. I want to congratulate them, for making this FED special and holding up the Brett banner. Okay.